going on, fellas? Geronimo 22, getting ready for the game tomorrow, man. I can't wait to watch the 49ers go up against the Browns. It'll be the matchup of really everybody's been talking about it already. Shanahan versus Schwartz. That's what everybody wants to see. That's what it's going to be about. Let's get a little bit of a preview of how I see it's going to happen, all right? Schwartz is going to come out, be aggressive, right from the jump, blitz, move Myles Garrett around, do what he has to do to get him going real quick. After that, we're going to see the matchup between really the corners against the 49ers receivers. How are they going to be able to play against the 49ers motion and offense and coming out in compression sets and bunch and all those things? That's going to be the real challenge. I know the corners love to play press, and that's how they want to get after it, but they're not going to be able to. If you look at old 49ers games this year, they've had a lot of success coming out of these compression sets or switch releasing, finding ways that the receivers won't have to worry about getting jammed, and then Brock Purdy throwing a great anticipation throws down the field because guys are in off coverage. That'll be interesting. I want to see how each side goes about doing that. How are the Niners going to even try to attempt a running game against this aggressive downhill front? I anticipate a lot more flat scheme, not just the wide zone scheme. I think we're not even going to see that much of the wide zone. I think we're going to see more pin and pull plays. We're going to see more crack plays. We're going to see more just regular power. Okay, they're going to try to wash these guys down, these aggressive linebackers in the front four. Very curious to see blitz game is going to look against the 49ers offensive line. Like I said, they're going to move Myles Garrett around. They're not going to let him stay in one spot. That would not be smart. What Dallas did last week, no idea why they kept Micah Parsons mainly on one side of the field against Trent Williams. You're asking to get your ass kicked. Now, I anticipated to be more of a mix of different pressures, moving Myles Garrett around, guys coming after the right side of that offensive line of the 49ers. They're going to have to keep guys in the block. Kittle is not going to be able to go out every play. They're going to have to max protect against this front. So that's going to be interesting. This would be really Brock Purdy's first time going up against a real pass rushing unit that knows how to get after your ass. And that's going to be interesting. So the game film, I really wish I can watch this game immediately. Like most guys who make content about the 49ers or any other team the day after. If any of you guys have a hookup, man, let me know. Please, I would love to be able to get this film the day after instead of 2 days later like everybody else can. If I can get a hookup, I would definitely get you guys way more film a lot sooner with more analysis and just some detail on how a coach looks at this thing. I used to look at this thing, how the current coaches, I promise you, look at this game. Okay. And even if you just want to watch the all 22 film and to turn my sound off on me, that's perfectly fine too. That's your prerogative. Okay. But this would be a good game. It's an early window game, which is really nice because, you can enjoy the rest of your day and just go about it. We know the Niners are probably going to win this game. But again, I'm here for that, just breakdown of what's going to happen, offense versus defense. This game right here is also coming off of a bye week for the Browns. So knowing Jim Schwartz, he's an excellent coach off the bye week. He will go back and watch all the games and make sure he gets all the tendencies. He will memorize that 49ers offense. He probably already has it memorized right now, okay? And if you guys look at the game, and this is the most interesting thing, I don't think a lot of people recognize this about Jim Schwartz. Man does not have his play call sheet on him when he's calling plays. You know why? Because he memorizes the play call sheet. He's the only coordinator, I think, in that league who's not a special team coach, right? He's the only offense or defensive coordinator that doesn't use his play call sheet. Now, he has a play call sheet. He just memorizes it. He spends the night in the office and memorizes that bad boy the night before the game. Watch when he walks around. And what that really does, I feel like it's an old school way of thinking, but it's a really great way of thinking. He can watch the game. He can see what's going on. His head is not down into the clouds thinking about the next call. He can see the emotion. He can see how his players are playing. He can see the offensive personnel. That's something that's highly, highly underrated. He has somebody in the booth telling him who's coming on the field, but you know what? He can see who's coming on the field himself. A lot of times he can see the change at wide receiver. So when you don't have a play call sheet, you can do those things. I'm surprised more coordinators don't do that. But watch that when you watch the game. we'll get back afterwards, and I'll give you more of my opinion after the game's over, and give you some of that inside analysis that I know you appreciate. All right, guys, have a good one. Enjoy your football Sunday. I'll talk to you later. Peace.